Have you ever wondered how your favorite seafood meal might be impacting the world's oceans? This question might seem odd, but the reality is that our love for seafood has a significant effect on our marine ecosystems. This is where we come across the concept of overfishing. Overfishing, in layman's terms, is the act of catching fish from the sea at rates too high for the species to replenish. It's like withdrawing money from a bank account faster than you can deposit it. But the issue of overfishing isn't just about the depletion of fish populations, it's about the ripple effects that these actions have on the entire marine ecosystem. From the smallest plankton to the largest whale, every creature in the oceanic food chain is affected when we take more than what the sea can sustainably provide. So let's delve into the deep blue to understand the real impact of our seafood choices. Scene script. Take the bluefin tuna, for instance, an iconic species that's been hit hard by overfishing. With its streamlined body, the bluefin tuna is a marvel of the ocean, capable of reaching incredible speeds. This magnificent creature, however, is more than just a testament to nature's wonder. It's also a key player in the global seafood industry. Unfortunately, this has led to its downfall. The bluefin tuna is highly sought after, particularly in Japan, where it's a staple in sushi and sashimi dishes. This high demand, coupled with the tuna's slow growth and reproduction rates, has resulted in the species being heavily overfished. The population of bluefin tuna has declined drastically over the past few decades, and the species is now teetering dangerously on the edge of extinction. The consequences of this overfishing extend beyond the bluefin tuna itself. The tuna plays a crucial role in ocean ecosystems, serving as a top predator. Its decline disrupts the balance of these systems, leading to unpredictable and often detrimental changes. For example, the reduction of bluefin tuna can result in an overpopulation of smaller fish and marine invertebrates, which the tuna would typically keep in check. Furthermore, overfishing the bluefin tuna has significant socio-economic impacts. Many coastal communities rely on the tuna for their livelihoods. As the population dwindles, these communities face increasing uncertainty and hardship. This is not just an environmental issue, it's a human one as well. Despite the grim outlook, there's still hope for the bluefin tuna. Various conservation efforts are underway to replenish its population and restore the balance of the ecosystems it inhabits. These initiatives, however, require global cooperation and commitment. We must work together to ensure the survival of the bluefin tuna and the many other species threatened by overfishing. The bluefin tuna's plight is a stark example of the damage caused by overfishing, but it's not the only one. It's a wake-up call, a reminder of the urgent need to address overfishing and work towards more sustainable practices. Let's travel back in time to the 1990s when the North Atlantic cod fisheries collapsed. The North Atlantic cod was once the backbone of coastal communities from New England to Newfoundland. It was an economic powerhouse, a source of livelihood for many, and a staple of the global seafood market. But in the 1990s, something catastrophic happened. The seemingly inexhaustible cod stocks collapsed. In what seemed like the blink of an eye, the waters that once teemed with cod were virtually empty. This was not a natural disaster, but a man-made one. For years, we had been taking more from the ocean than it could replenish. Overfishing had taken its toll, pushing the North Atlantic cod to the brink of extinction. The collapse of the cod fisheries sent shockwaves through the communities that depended on them. Thousands of jobs were lost, economies crumbled, and entire communities fell into decline. But the impact didn't stop at the socio-economic level. The collapse of the North Atlantic cod fisheries had far-reaching ecological implications. The cod, a keystone species, played a vital role in the food chain. Its disappearance disrupted the balance of the marine ecosystem, leading to a domino effect of ecological consequences. Other species, from seabirds to seals, suffered as their primary food source vanished. Yet amidst the devastation, there was a silver lining. The collapse of the North Atlantic cod fisheries served as a wake-up call. It sparked a global conversation about the importance of sustainable fishing practices and the need for responsible management of our ocean resources. It showed us in no uncertain terms the dire consequences of overfishing. And so, as we look back on the fall of the North Atlantic cod, we see not just a story of loss, but also a story of learning. We see a cautionary tale that reminds us of the need to respect and protect our oceans. We see the devastating cost of complacency and the power of change. While the North Atlantic cod story is a cautionary tale, it also offers a glimmer of hope. The recovery of the North Atlantic cod shows us that sustainable fishing practices can make a difference. The North Atlantic cod, once on the brink of extinction due to overfishing, has seen a remarkable recovery. This recovery has largely been attributed to the implementation of sustainable fishing practices, such as fishing quotas and the establishment of marine protected areas. Fishing quotas limit the amount of a particular species that can be caught in a given period, ensuring that the population isn't depleted beyond its ability to reproduce and replenish. In the case of the North Atlantic cod, strict quotas were set, significantly reducing the pressure on the species and allowing it to recover. Marine protected areas, on the other hand, serve as safe havens for marine life. These are zones where fishing is either completely prohibited or severely restricted. They provide a safe space for fish populations to grow without the threat of human interference. But it's not just about the North Atlantic cod. These practices can be applied to other species and regions as well, contributing to the overall health of our oceans and the sustainability of our seafood. After all, every species plays a unique role in maintaining the delicate balance of our marine ecosystems. Consider the bluefin tuna, another species that has been heavily overfished. Implementing similar measures could help restore its population too, ensuring that we can continue to enjoy this culinary delicacy without depleting its numbers beyond recovery. But it's not just up to the fishing industry. The choices we make as consumers can also have a significant impact on the sustainability of our seafood. When we choose to purchase seafood that has been sustainably sourced, we're voting with our wallets. We're showing that we value the health of our oceans and the species that inhabit them. So what can we as consumers do to support these efforts? Every time we choose a seafood dish, we're casting a vote for the kind of fishing practices we want to support. Imagine for a moment the power that lies at the end of your fork. Every bite of seafood you take is a decision, a statement. You're saying, this is the kind of world I want. That's a lot of power, isn't it? So how can we as consumers wield this power responsibly? One way is by choosing certified sustainable seafood. Look for labels such as Marine Stewardship Council or Aquaculture Stewardship Council. These labels indicate that the seafood has been sourced in a way that minimizes harm to the environment and maintains healthy fish populations. But that's not the only thing we can do. We can also reduce our consumption of overfished species. This might mean swapping out that bluefin tuna sushi for something less endangered like mackerel or skipjack tuna. It could mean choosing farmed shellfish over wild caught. Small changes like these can make a big difference. Another step we can take is to spread awareness. Talk to your friends, your family, your colleagues about the issue of overfishing. Share articles, documentaries, or even this video. The more people know about the problem, the more pressure there will be on the seafood industry to change its practices. And remember, it's not just about the fish, it's about the ecosystems they live in, the other species that depend on them, and the humans whose livelihoods are tied to the sea. When we choose sustainable seafood, we're not just saving fish, we're safeguarding our oceans, our planet, and ultimately ourselves. In the end, the fate of our oceans and the seafood we love lies in our hands. We've journeyed through the world's oceans, seen the impacts of overfishing, and discovered how we can make a difference. We've delved into the plight of the bluefin tuna and witnessed the collapse of the North Atlantic cod fisheries. These stories are stark reminders of the consequences of unchecked overfishing, yet all is not lost. We've explored the power of sustainable practices, demonstrating that we can strike a balance between fulfilling our needs and preserving the marine ecosystem. We've also emphasized the crucial role each of us plays as consumers. By choosing sustainably sourced seafood, we can directly contribute to the solution, one plate at a time. In the grand scheme of things, our individual actions may seem insignificant, but remember, collective action starts with individual choices. So next time you're about to enjoy a seafood dish, remember your choice matters. Choose wisely for the sake of our oceans and future generations.